Are you wanting to navigate your emotions a little bit more effectively? Well, today I'm going to talk about this. And if you stay until the end, I have an extra special point for you then. Now, I came across this somatic world, and which means kind of going, in the simple terms, going in your body and exploring what's going on in your body so you can get more into your subconscious mind, which ultimately allows you to unblock a lot of things and allow you to move forward, because sometimes things are blocking us and holding us back. They're stored in our bodies as emotions and feelings, right? Now, I came across this whole somatic world about a year ago, and I started doing some breath work and really started releasing a lot of memories and feelings and actually being able to feel them. And often they're stored away in our body, like I say. And it's weird, some of the things that are coming up. And breath work can really do that. Now, as I was going through that whole journey, I started getting interested in it. I met a couple of people who were interested in it. They started talking to me about our nervous system, and how that works, really, and how day to day that can impact how we're feeling and therefore what we do as a result. So I wanted to talk about this a little bit today and keep it super simple. I'm not going to give you really complex language. Um, there's three main parts to it, and one of them's a really resourceful, relaxed state. The other two are not so good places to be, but you're inevitably going to be in those systems because we're humans and emotions come to us. And it's not saying it's bad if you're in one of those places, it just can be challenging, right? So I want to talk about these and actually how you can start moving through these to therefore navigate your emotions. So let's keep it simple and go through three. So the three parts on what I'm going to talk about are the ventral vagal system, the sympathetic system, and the dorsal vagal. So the first one is the ventral vagal. And this is when you're relaxed, when you're resourced, when you're able to connect with people, and you feel in this place of peace. You feel really, really good, right? Connecting with other people. And that can be a really, really good feeling. So this is when you're not frightened, you're not shut down, you're not exhausted. You're in a pretty good place. You're quite relaxed. The second one is the sympathetic system. Now, this is when you're more in this activated fight or flight response. And it can be very useful if you're running away from life or death situations, right? If like a wild animal or someone with a weapon was chasing you, it would be fully activated and you would run. You'd be in high stress mode, high adrenaline pumping, everything like that. And that will keep you alive. The problem is, this is the sympathetic system is activated a lot in most of us from stress and things that aren't really life or death. Yet our brain doesn't necessarily know that. Sometimes when we have stresses, such as what people think of us or a workload, a massive workload at work, we start getting activated into that system. So that's the second one. And then the third part is the dorsal vagal. Now, this is when you shut down, when you hide away, when you're quiet. It can be when you're really down, maybe a little bit depressed and just detaching from things of the world and really tired. And often I found I can go from the when I'm in perhaps a bad place, like I've been in on and off, like had some challenge in the last year. I can be from the sympathetic system and then I can go into the dorsal vagal a lot. I can be like really high activated and I'm so exhausted and I'm just hiding away, not feeling so good. Now, how you get more into the ventral vagal and get back to that is what we're going to talk about, which is the resource, the relaxed, the calmer state. Right. So I want to ask you this. How does it help you by perhaps having a lot of activated emotions? You're not feeling good, you're feeling high alert all the time. Well, if you're anything like me, it doesn't feel so good. So I have really made it a priority to work on my emotions. Not that I'm never going to feel sad, but being able to process it properly and look after myself. And therefore, I'm able to feel in more resourceful states as a result. So, what are my keys in order to do this? Well, here's just three simple ones. Number one, learn those three systems. Um, there's a polyvagal flip chart that I recommend that you get. It's by a someone called Deb Dana. So get that. It's a really good chart. So it's the polyvagal flip chart. And then what you can do is start learning about the three systems, because if you're able to learn about the three systems and actually understand where your emotions are, where you're feeling, whether you're in the ventral vagal, you're calm, you're relaxed, resource, or you're in the sympathetic, you're highly activated, or you're in the dorsal vagal when you're shut down. That's going to be key. So learn about the three, get that knowledge, and then actually you'll be able to pay more attention by even learning about that, what state you're in. The second one, know what gets you back into your resourceful ventral vagal state. So this is when you're calmer, you're resourceful, relaxed, you're able to connect with people, you're feeling safe, you're feeling secure. What is it that makes you feel that? It could be a memory. It could be a memory where you love someone and you were hugging them. It could be a memory and you're doing something else, right? Or you're just happy you've won something. Okay, and then the third part is be with your emotion. So actually being able to actually sit with some of the harder ones. Sometimes when I'm feeling really anxious, heightened, alert, I'm really worried about stuff, I actually sit, well, I try to do it as much as I can. I sit with it and actually acknowledge what is it that's coming up for me? What's activated this? So those are three key tips I found that are really, really useful. Now, my bonus tip, which is going to be really useful and people don't do it, but resourceful people do it, is they get themselves a coach, right? So if you really want to take things further, be resourceful, find a way to get a coach, right? Because I've got a one-to-one somatic coach, and he really helps me understand where I am and navigate through this. So that would be my bonus point. So this is what I wanted to share with you today about managing your emotion. It's about understanding your nervous system and therefore understanding the three main parts I talked about and how you can be in a resource state and how you can move through the three. So I appreciate you for being here. You're improving other people's lives for being the best you. And remember, you're in control of your own self-esteem and confidence.